Hello. Before we dive into today's video, I would like to thank all of my supporters who support this channel. Our family has now grown to 1,200 subscribers. To my current supporters, thank you, and let's keep this proverbial train rolling. And to my new supporters, welcome to the family, where we embark on a journey into the strange, mysterious, and unknown. If you enjoy this content, don't forget to hit the like button, comment, share, subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Today we have two stories that unveil the strange and the mysterious. Our first story takes place in the charismatic city of New Orleans, where a jazzed-up axe killer is on the loose. So, grab your jazz hands folks as we delve into the spicy and mysterious world of the XMan of New Orleans in the early 20th century. Picture this, New Orleans, 1918. Jazz music echoed through the streets, Mardi Gras beads adorned every corner, and the city danced to its own rhythm. But in the midst of the revelry, a dark tune started playing. Meet the XMan, a shadowy figure who struck fear into the hearts of Italian-American grocers. His weapon of choice? An axe. And his calling card? Cryptic letters that claimed to spare those who hosted jazz in their homes. The XMan spree began with a series of gruesome attacks on unsuspecting grocers. Panic spread like wildfire, and the city found itself caught in the eerie harmony of a jazz-tinged nightmare. One of the residential owners stated,
"I heard the music playing next door, and I prayed the axeman wouldn't pay us a visit."
In a bizarre turn of events, the XMan issued a chilling proclamation, promising safety to those who let jazz serenade their homes on a designated night. The city, desperate for respite, embraced jazz like never before. Imagine the scene, families gathered, saxophones wailing, and trumpets blaring through the night. It was a citywide jazz party, all in the hopes of avoiding the wrath of the XMan. Despite the musical efforts, the XMan's identity remained shrouded in mystery. His crimes, both brutal and baffling, left investigators scratching their heads. Who was this jazz-loving menace? And why did he spare those with a penchant for swing and blues? A New Orleans native described the XMan as a phantom, stating,
"We're dealing with a phantom, a musical menace. No one can predict his next move."
And just like that, the XMan disappeared as mysteriously as he arrived. The jazz-infused terror that gripped New Orleans faded away, leaving behind a trail of unanswered questions and a city forever changed. The XMan of New Orleans remains an enigma, a phantom who danced on the edge of darkness. So, the next time you find yourself lost in the sultry notes of jazz music, remember, there might just be a hidden message in the melody, echoing the haunting legacy of the XMan.
In the late 1960s and early 1970s, the city of San Francisco was gripped by fear as a mysterious figure, known only as the Zodiac Killer, unleashed a reign of terror that would haunt the collective consciousness for decades. It all began in 1968. The Zodiac claimed responsibility for a string of murders and demanded that his coded messages be published. His signature was a circle with a crosshair. The Zodiac taunted law enforcement and the public alike with cryptic letters, filled with bizarre ciphers and menacing threats. Each letter seemed to be a puzzle, challenging anyone who dared to decipher the mind of this enigmatic killer. The Zodiac claimed responsibility for at least 5 murders, targeting young couples in remote areas. The scenes were gruesome, and the killer left chilling symbols at the crime scenes, further deepening the mystery. As panic spread, the hunt for the Zodiac Killer intensified, but little did investigators know, this was just the beginning of a twisted game of cat and mouse. Most of the victims were attacked with a .22 caliber pistol. These innocent bystanders became the unfortunate players in a nightmarish game. The murderer's identity remained shrouded in secrecy as witnesses provided conflicting descriptions. Some reported a man in a hooded costume, resembling a medieval executioner, while others described a more ordinary-looking suspect. The Zodiac's many different disguises and puzzle-solving prowess added a layer of mystery and confusion, turning the investigation into a nationwide puzzle-solving craze. The killer seemed to relish the anonymity that his bizarre disguise provided. In 1969, the killer's brazenness reached new heights when he attacked a young couple at Lake Berryessa. Wearing a hood with a crosshair symbol, he left one survivor and a disturbing message carved into their car. The case then took a twist when a series of ciphers sent by the Zodiac were decoded. However, the messages, rather than revealing the killer's identity, only fueled the mystique surrounding the case. Over the years, the Zodiac Killer claimed responsibility for a series of gruesome murders, each one marked by a distinct modus operandi. The fear in the Bay Area reached a fever-pitch high as the mysterious murderer eluded capture. The Zodiac's reign of terror seemed to come to an end in the early 1970s, but the mystery endured. Over the years, numerous suspects were considered, but none definitively linked to the crimes. The killer's identity remained shrouded in darkness, adding to the aura of fear and fascination. Decades later, the Zodiac Killer's true identity remains one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in criminal history. The chilling letters, gruesome crimes, and the never-ending quest for answers continue to captivate true crime enthusiasts and amateur sleuths alike. Well, there you have it, from unsolved crimes to enigmatic puzzles, each story has unraveled layers of intrigue, leaving us with more questions than answers. As we conclude this chapter, remember that the greatest mysteries are often the ones that linger, inviting us to explore, question, and perhaps, become part of the ongoing narrative. Until next time, detectives, keep investigating the strange, mysterious, and unknown.